Hey guys, my name is Doug/88 and today we're going to talk about how do you actually get the Beyond Chaos randomizer for Final Fantasy VI, how do you install it, and how do you actually start playing these seeds. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover where you can get the actual randomizer, and there'll be a couple different links that you can use. We're going to show you how to do it in Windows 10. We're going to show you how to run it if you are not using Windows 10. And we're also going to show you how to adjust the names list in your custom folder so that you can have personalized names on your seeds. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alrighty guys, so here is step one. Obviously you need to find where you get it from. So we're going to go to Google, we're going to type in FF6 Beyond Chaos Randomizer. Very logical thing that you would do to find it. Now the first search result you're going to get is this one from Abyssnum. Now Abyssnum did create Beyond Chaos and he did the majority of the legwork right up until about a couple of years ago, but you can see here that this fork is no longer being maintained. So this is the newest version that Abyssnum himself worked on, but it's actually being maintained by Subtraction Soup now. So if you want the newest version of Beyond Chaos, which is now called Beyond Chaos X, you actually want to go down here to this link. This is the most up-to-date. Then you can go to releases here. Now if you're on Windows, you're going to want to download this file here, Beyond Chaos Windows.zip. If you are not on Windows, you're going to want to get the source code. Now, if you get the source code on Windows, that's no problem too. I'll show you how to run a seed on both, but you don't necessarily need the source code if you're on Windows 10. The other place that you can go to get this is in the Discord, the Beyond Chaos Barracks. In the welcome message here, you can see that Subtraction Soup has a link here. You can always get a link here to the newest release. So that's a very easy way to do it. The other place you can go is in development. Up here, there's a link here. So there are a lot of links to get there. You'll also find a link in the comments below this video. So that will also help you find it. So once you have it, once you've downloaded this here, which I've already downloaded here, but just for your sake, then you're gonna go to your downloads folder, you're gonna extract it. Now, if you got the Windows release, this one here, and you extract it, this is what it's going to look like. Now, the other thing that you need to realize, and it says it in the README, but I just bears mentioning you do need an FF3 US 1.0 ROM. I'm not going to go into where you can get one of those from. If you have a cartridge, you can pull it off that. Otherwise, there's other ways to get it, but you do need that. There is some help with setup here, how to run the randomizer, etc. I'm going to go through all of this stuff here. If you don't have the right ROM, it will tell you, right? So if you get this type of message, that means that you did not get the correct ROM and you need a different one. So the README does have a lot of good information. I do recommend reading through that. So I'm going to grab the ROM that I have here. I'm just going to copy and paste it here. And so again, if you're on Windows 10, this is an executable, which is nice. There is a graphic user interface that we can use. It does take a little while to run. So if you get this screen, this is normal. This is normal behavior. It takes 10 seconds to run or so, and then it's loading complete, and here we are. So you do need to browse, find a ROM, right? So I have it right here. So that chooses your ROM. If you do want to give a very specific seed that you want to run, you can put the number in here. And then as you can see, you can select your mode. So normal is what most people play. Ancient Cave, Speed Cave, and Race Cave are three different Ancient Cave modes, whereas Ancient Cave is the longest, Speed Cave is the next, Race Cave is the next as well. So it's the entire dungeon is completely randomized. I'll do a different video on explaining exactly what that looks like. Kefkat Narsh is designed for races, and then and the game ends after you get to Kefkat Narsh. And then the Dragon Hunt, you start in the World of Ruin, you have to kill all 8 dragons. A couple of the dragons have different locations, and again, it's intended as a racing mode. So for the sake of this video, we're just going to say we want a normal seed, and then you can see you have a lot of options. You have a ton of different flags here. You have a bunch of aesthetics here that we use to change the way it looks but doesn't play. All of these major codes change the game in a major way. Obviously the minor codes change it in a minor way. Experimental, these were used kind of in development to test various things. They are not necessarily recommended to be used. and they are a little wacky. So I don't necessarily recommend starting there or actually with any of these. And these things as well are very game breaking. You don't really get the same playthrough, but they are fun to mess around with once or twice. So for your very first seed, I would recommend actually going down to your preset here and using your recommended new player preset. That's going to give you a good basis for what the randomizer is like. It's still pretty fair. It's not too obnoxious, and especially if you're jumping into permadeath, which is very popular with this randomizer, that would be the way that I would go. You hit generate seed, it confirms this is what you want, you hit yes. Where it goes, it actually runs everything here in the background. This is just a graphic user interface that is attached to the background executable. Ta-da, makes a seed, and then you can see here we do have a seed as well as the text file for that seed. And then you can load that into whatever device you are using or emulator you're using to play these seeds. Now, the other way is if you did get the source code, or if you do not have Windows 10, I'm going to go into the source code here. I'm going to grab another ROM here. So you would have downloaded the source code. This is what it's going to look like. So you're going to see you have all these Python files here. Once again, you're going to want to put your ROM here in the folder. And then to create a seed when you're running off this, you're actually going to go to randomizer and you're going to edit with idle, and it's edit with idle 3.7. So you do need to have Python 3.7 installed on your machine. Once you do that, then this pops up here and you're going to hit run module, or you can just hit F5. And this is going to run. You don't actually get the graphic user interface when you do this, but this is the way we used to do it before we had that graphic user interface. So you do have to know a little bit more. Once again, we're going to say we want ff3.smc. Seed value, enter just as a random. Once again, if we're going to use just the very basic beginner preset, we're going to hit 1 for normal. And then you can see here, exclamation mark is going to give you the recommended new player flags. You can also create other presets in this mode as well as with the graphic user interface. But for now, we're just going to hit exclamation mark, hit enter. It gives us the beginner presets, and once again it will create the randomization and it will create a seed for us. Now if you wanted to do something like this but not use the beginner presets, for example, so I'll run through that as well. I'm going to close this, we're going to run this one more time. So it will copy the exact same one. We're going to do normal. So let's say I want to use all the flags except LK, and so you can use minus to use. See here, use all flags except the ones listed. So minus LK, we don't want to randomize blitz inputs, and we don't want to randomize the clock in Zozo. And then we want to have party. So you don't need to put spaces. You can if you want. You can do makeover. Johnny D Mad, not a waiter. Once again, so if you got the correct, you have to be very careful. You can't typo any of these things or it will not work. Right, so minus LK means we're going to use all the flags except for LK. Party, makeover, Johnny D Mad, not a waiter. Those are the secret codes that we used, and once again, it creates a ROM for us. So that is how you can do it, both with the executable, without the executable. The last thing I wanted to show you, and I will go back here, both downloads that you get come with this custom folder. And you will have noticed in a lot of streams, there are names that are replaced in the game. And so these are the generic names that are built right into the randomizer, but you can change all of these. So as long as you have up to 6 characters per line, you can change all of these. And then same with the female names, you can change them all as well. So that's what you need to update to change the names. Oops. Now, if you want to change the Moogle names, you could. I generally don't recommend it. Opera, a lot of the other stuff here. You can also do some stuff with the sprite replacements, changing songs to make things more likely. That's a little bit more in depth. That's not really what this video is all about. Really, we just wanted you to be able to get the program, start using it, start playing the game. Because at the end of the day, once you have that, you start to get a basis of how it works. Then after that, I would recommend, if you want more questions or more details on how to do more in-depth fine-tuning, then I would recommend asking in the Discord here. The link will be in the video comments here. but there's a lot of good information, a lot of very helpful people in the Beyond Chaos Discord as well. So there you have it, guys. Alrighty, guys. So we showed you 2 ways of actually getting to the website where you actually download the randomizer. We downloaded both the Windows one and used the executable. We also downloaded the full source files, and we did it through Python, which some people have to do if they're not using Windows. And we also showed you how to customize the names and folders, names of your various characters that you use, and showed you the beginner flag set as well. So hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have any further questions, please ask me in the comments, or you can come ask me live on my stream, twitch.tv/dark/88. I'm happy to answer any questions there, or you can join the Beyond Chaos Discord or my own Discord and ask questions there. So if this was helpful for you, please give this video a like, and we will see you all next time.